Be careful what you ask for. You may get it. I'm really excited about it, Tales from the Crypt going to FearNet. When I had the opportunity to audition for Tales from the Crypt, I thought, oh, it's just gonna be this kind of underground show for freaks like me, but it turned out to be this great show. I find that I get more fan mail now for Tales from the Crypt than I ever did. I think that there's a whole generation of now young adults who were kids when the show came out.
There's something about this little tale that interests me.
Well, I'll be damned.
And for me, Tales from the Crypt was my first comic book. So I used to collect the comic books and was into horror, Universal horror movies. I wanted to be an actor since I was a kid and worked in theater and did circuses out of my basement for the kids in the neighborhood. And I moved to New York thinking I was going to be the next Dustin Hoffman. I got in a show called Three Guys Naked from the Waist Down. While I was doing the show, this talent scout came up to me and said, I'm a talent scout for the show Star Search, and we want you to come on the show and we want you to be a stand-up comedian. And I said, you know, I'm not really a stand-up comic, right? This is just a part that I'm playing in the show. And they go, well, you can win $100,000. I went, well, frig, I'm a stand-up comedian, you know?
He's from New York. Welcome, John Kassir.
Excuse me while I change the channel.
And when all was said and done, I beat Rosie O'Donnell in the semifinals and Sinbad in the finals. Both of them obviously were on their way. And won $100,000. And my agents call me up and say, there's this show, Tales from the Crypt, they're going to be doing on HBO. I go, you're kidding me, they're making that into a show? That's awesome.
Hello, creeps. Celebrate the holidays with me, the Crypt Keeper.
So Kevin was making different versions of the Crypt Keeper in his studio. They hadn't quite nailed it down yet, but he was creating these things. And you know, myself and some other actor, comedian, voice guys were in there. And I could see them looking at the copy going, oh my God, this stuff is so bad. You know, thinking these jokes are so bad. And I'm sitting there going, you guys don't get it. This guy loves saying this stuff. You know, would you like to try my lady fingers? They're delicious, although me lady was not so quick to part with them. So I'm thinking, okay, well, he's the host, so you got your Rod Serling, or even more on a comical basis, you know, Alfred Hitchcock on his Alfred Hitchcock Presents type show. And so we got that element. And the voice, you know, I can do this kind of Margaret Hamilton from The Wicked Witch of the West, but with my own kind of twist to it. And I did it for Kevin, and he was like, wow, that's it, man, that's it, that's great. A lot of people are like, did you do the voice the first season? It sounds a little different. And the reason it sounded different is when you start out a show, they don't give you as big of a budget. So the Crypt Keeper's mouth couldn't move as fast. So if you listen to the first season, he had to speak slower and more ominously.
Tonight's skin-pimpling story is about a couple with their own pet peeves.
They hired the best puppeteers. These guys were amazing. You know, God bless those guys. They were just amazing. They, you know, of course, they would kind of get a cue from what I did and you know, what I had embodied as the character. I got to do a lot of different amazing voices and animals and creatures and this kind of thing. It was Miko the raccoon in Pocahontas. Got to take over for the brilliant Charlie Adler as Buster Bunny in Tiny Toons. You know, I just wouldn't get the opportunity to do that often. Each Tales from the Crypt episode has its own character to it. You can always be certain that the Crypt Keeper is going to bring you into it in a fun way, and you're going to enjoy him. It was fun to be the guy that brought the actor personality to it.